Ukraine has received a number of tanks from the West to help fight Russian forces. Among them were German-made Leopard tanks and British Challenger tanks. During this time, Western-made tanks are known to excel because they adopt advanced technology, but the nickname slowly began to be broken as the conflict in Ukraine continued. Russian military expert Colonel Sergei Suvorov says Western-made tanks have recently suffered destruction, especially when used to break through Russian defenses in the Donbas and Zaporizhzhia regions. According to Suvorov, the West finally realized that without artillery support, their newest tanks would burn to the ground. These are the strengths and weaknesses of the Leopard tank. Weaknesses: the Leopard 2 is a large and heavy tank, making it slow and not as maneuverable as some other tanks. Inevitably, Russian military forces will have to face a number of main battle tank (MBT) units sent by Western countries. With such technologically advanced weapons, Ukrainian forces will maximize attacks on the entire front. As is known, the United States (US) and its allies agreed to send the main tool of weapon systems, Alitsysta, in the form of main battle tanks. These tanks are relied upon by the Ukrainian military in resistance to the invasion of Russian troops. Leopard 2 made in Germany. Although Ukrainian troops are reinforced with battle tanks sent by NATO member countries, North Atlantic Treaty Organization Ukraine claimed will not succeed in destroying the Russian military fleet. An officer of the Russian Federation Armed Forces (VSRF), who led the tank unit, confirmed if his troops are fully alert to the Western tank fleet of the Ukrainian military. Specifically for the German-made Leopard tank, the officer, whose identity was withheld, claimed to have known of its weaknesses. This advanced tank is said to have a weak point on the left side. "We studied the technical characteristics by which you can crash a vehicle," the agency's interlocutor said. "So, in order to defeat the Leopard tank, you need to hit on the left side of the machine, since there is an ammunition rack." Russian military officers know Leopard 2 is equipped with radiation, chemical, biological protection systems, as well as automatic fire extinguishing systems. Leopard also has a lethal weapon in the form of Rheinmetall RHM 120 120mm Smoofer cannon, and can carry 42 rounds to the main gun. If you hit on the right side, they sit 3 one after another, and you hit at least 3 crewmen, the officer continued, and on the left side in the turret area, they also have ammunition. This is Leopard. Abrams is easier to hit under the turret. We will deal with Leopard, Abrams and Challenger. The Leopard tank weighs 62 tons and is 32 feet long. The Leopard has a maximum speed of about 42 miles per hour and is equipped with a 120mm gun capable of penetrating armor 2 feet thick at a distance of 1.5 miles. Although the model given to Ukraine dates from the 1990s, but is considered to be comparable to Russian tanks. Ukraine received a donation of 70 Leopard tanks from NATO. These tanks were sent after Commander Vitaly and his colleagues attended a NATO training course in Europe for 9 weeks. In general, this is a much better tank. It is easier to drive and handle, and it is much better protected inside, Commander Vitaly said. "We have not been hit by anything, but if we are hit, we have a much better chance of surviving." However, the presence of Leopards in Ukraine has not completely changed the battlefield. Some Leopards were hit by landmines in the Surovikin line, an 80-mile-long Russian defense network south of Zaporizhzhia. The reliability of these tanks is also questionable because some of them have only been parked in Europe. However, their fundamental strength has been proven. Thanks to additional armor, Leopard crews hit by landmines or Russian drones generally survive if given the choice. "I would always prefer to use Leopard now than the old tanks we had before," said Commander Vitaly. Military analysts believe Leopard has not yet fully demonstrated its potential on the battlefield. They predict this tank will excel if the Ukrainian troops manage to break through the Surovikin line and push the battle into open terrain, which is much more suitable for tank warfare.